Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel. And welcome back to Shadows of Brimstone, the Caverns of Cinder and Broken Seals, episode 4. So, we've successfully completed our mission. We've got a few bit of strangeness occurred, whereby poor old Running Bear has now got a tentacle moustache. But other than that, things went really well. So what happens at the end of every adventure? Well, the first thing we've got to do is we've got to roll for corruption. So Cade has already got 1 corruption. Running Bear has got none, because when he got his tentacle moustache, he got rid of his corruption. So what they've got to roll for are the Darkstone bullets, and Running Bear's got to roll for his Darkstone gloves as well. So let's do that. And Running Bear saves, which is good, but unfortunately Cade gets a 2, which means he gets an extra corruption point. So he's up to 2, but he does have his ribbon, and at the end of every adventure he can get rid of a corruption point, so we'll put that back. So he has got 1 corruption. So let's see if he can get rid of that in town. So that's that sorted out. We're out of Darkstone bullets now. We'll put those to one side, but we will give Running Bear his Darkstone gloves back. Now everybody's up to full health and sanity, and they also get a single grit. Running Bear as well, now he's out of the Caverns of Cinder, can put his clothing back on. So his Dead Man's boots, his dusty poncho and his Darkstone gloves. The dusty poncho means he gets his bonuses back, so he's back up to 18 health and 14 sanity now. Brilliant. Right, so next thing we've got to do is we've got to roll on the travel hazard chart. So we get a 4 and a 2. So unfortunately Cade has got a travel hazard. So yeah, a 1 or a 2 means a travel hazard. So let's get to page, I think it's 56 of an adventure book. Indeed it is. And we've got a roll on that. So that is 3d6. And we get 12, 15. A Voidhound attack. Well, considering that was a pretty good roll, that's pretty bad. A pack of vicious Voidhounds have been tracking your posse for days and have found the opportunity to strike. Each hero must make a Cunning 5+ test to outwit the hounds, or a Strength 5+ test to overpower them. If passed, gain 25 XP. So what's our Cunning and what's our Strength? Strength for both our guys is pretty pants at 2 and 3, and Cunning is at 3. So we'll both do a Cunning test. So Cunning test for Cade. He gets 2 6s again, so he's passed. And we get a Cunning test for Running Bear. Ooh, a 3, a 2 and a 1. Did that pass? No, it didn't, because we needed a 5+. He's going to spend his grit and he's going to roll that again. So let's have another go. Oh, we need 3, not 4. And he fails again. Damn! Right, so Cade passed. So he gets 25 XP. And I'm going to put the XP cards back. Bear with me. Let's find the 25 one. There we go. I've half packed it away, you see. Right. So there's the 25 XP for Cade. If failed, you're pulled from your saddle and ravaged by the creatures. Roll a d6 for every clothing item you have, not including your personal item. On the roll of 1 or 2, it's torn apart and destroyed by the savage attack. And of course, this is Running Bear, the only one who has clothing. He's got dead man's boots, dusty poncho and the gloves. So he's got 3. So I've just picked them up randomly. So first of all, dead man's boots. A 4, those are fine. His dusty poncho. A 4's fine. And his Darkstone gloves. Oop, missed the tower. A 6, he saved them all. Brilliant. So, no problem there. Got away with that. Coolness. I think that is it. Yeah, so that's it for the travel hazard. And we get to town. So we had a bit of a brush with some Boyd hounds. Pulled Running Bear out of his saddle, but he managed to get back onto his horse and get away before they caused him too much of a problem. Brilliant stuff. So we're in town. Cade is the only one with a grit left, and that is $10 per day, so $20 is spent straight off. Let's put the specimen jar up there. I've just got the specimen jar here just to remind me. So we spent $20 at the hotel. Right, what are we going to do? Well, I think first things first, Cade is actually going to give his pistol, his executioner pistol, is actually going to Running Bear. Because if you remember, Running Bear's got his tentacle moustache now and he gets things on the cheap. So he's going to give this, for the time being, just to Running Bear. Running Bear's going to give it him back, but for the time being he's giving him an executioner pistol. Cade is also giving him his 3 Darkstone, so we've got 6 Darkstone now. I did say 5 in the last episode, but when Running Bear got his Darkstone he did have a pickaxe. Anytime you get Darkstone you get 1 extra, so we are up to 6. So he's given all those to Running Bear, who's put them in his tomb chest. So it's Running Bear who's going to go to the blacksmith this time. And Cade, well, he's got a corruption now, hasn't he? As Cade's got a corruption, he's going to go to the doc's office. So, as ever, we'll do Cade first. So, let's get the doc's office. We'll put that there. And he's got a roll on the location event, 2d6. And he gets a 7. The smell of death, no event. Cool. So medical attention, I think we are. No, that's injury mutation. $100 each to treat corruption, which is here. The doc has been working on new ways to reduce the corrupting influence of Darkstone building up in the human body. Hopefully it won't hurt too much. You may remove any number of corruption points for the cost of $100 each. So there's $100. So he gets rid of his corruption, but it does have to roll, I think. Yes, he's got to roll a d6. Gets a 2. On the roll of a 1, 2 or 3 you take d6 wounds, ignoring defence. 3. So he takes 3 wounds. So he's down to 15 health for his next adventure. Okie dokie. What else is he going to do? Well, we've got full side bags because we didn't actually spend anything. So I don't think... all he's going to do is get an anti-venom injection, I think. And the specimen jar. Oh yes, the specimen jar. Don't forget the specimen jar. So it's filled that. So that's d6 times 100. Gets a 4. So that's $400. That's excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4. But he is going to also spend $10 venom injection, so he's fine. Get rid of the specimen jar. And actually, he's going to buy another specimen jar for 150. Just sold one for 400, so it seems to make sense. So let's spend another 150. So there's 200. And he's going to get $50 back. And he now has an empty specimen jar for next time. So we still got ourselves a few dollars out of that deal. Okay, so that's him done. He goes back to the hotel. We can put the docks office back. And next up we have Running Bear at the blacksmith. So location event. $12. 12. Unique forging. Recognising your virtue as a hunter and no doubt intimidated by his tentacle moustache, the blacksmith pulls out an old looking piece of parchment from a chest. He tells you he has been waiting for the chosen hero to come through town, and he believes you to be that one. The ancient rune depicted on the parchment is unique and powerful, but also dangerous. If you are willing, he will forge it onto one of your items for no charge. Choose one of your items with an empty upgrade slot. That upgrade slot is filled, and the item now has the following: free attack. Once per adventure, do d6 damage to every adjacent enemy, ignoring defense. Right. So, what's he going to put that on? It is... oh, blimey. He has got the execution pistol because he's going to do something else, but no, he's going to keep this for himself. He did the roll. So his Black Fang hatchet, as you can see, it has got an upgrade slot. So he's going to get a free attack. Once per adventure, do d6 damage to every adjacent enemy. And it's a melee weapon, so that makes sense. Cool. Right, so excellent stuff. It's got a unique forging. And let's flip this over. Let's hope this carries on. And Darkstone bullets, but because of his tentacle moustache, it's $10 less. So that's 190. So that is going to be 380 plus 2 Darkstone. So there's the first 2 Darkstone. Just going to put $200 in. Good stuff, and he'll get 20 back. And not only 20 back, we get the Darkstone bullets back for the next adventure, which is excellent. What else is he going to do? Well, been having a think. We've got 4 Darkstone left. Now, if we have a look here, we have got enough for, I think, a Darkstone inlay attached to any gun or hand weapon. Once per attack with this weapon, you may re-roll a single to hit roll. And I think that's the only one. Are we going to get the Darkstone inlay? Oh, I was getting mixed up with the Darkstone grip. We don't have enough Darkstone. No, we're not. I was thinking of... I thought it was 3 Darkstone for the Darkstone grip, but I was looking at the wrong... Mr. Magoo was looking at the wrong thing. So I don't think we need 2 upgrade slots anyway for that. And we've only got 1 upgrade slot for the executioner pistol. So he's not going to bother. He'll give that back to Cade when he gets back. So we bought the Darkstone bullets, sorry. And Bob. Is there anything else? No, he doesn't want anything else, so he's going to go back there. give the executioner pistol back to Cade and show him his funky new Black Fang hatchet with his free attack and his rune. Cool. Right, let's roll on the Frontier Town events. 4, that's fine. So we move them up 1. Cool, let's get rid of that for the blacksmith. And we pay an extra $20 to stay the night. And we move into the next day. So what are we going to do in the next day? Well, we don't really need to buy anything as such. We've got full side bags because we didn't spend anything. We're not getting anything else with Darkstone since I was reading the wrong thing on the card. So I don't think we actually need. Oh yeah, we do need. Let's go to the saloon. So Cade will go to the saloon and Running Bear will go to the doc's office. Yeah, let's see if Cade has any luck in the saloon. Righty-ho, so it'll be Cade first. Let's dig the saloon out. There we go. 2d6. Whoa, fell out. A 3. You were cheating us. Accused of cheating at poker. What, Cade? A mob starts to form with you in their sights. Make a cunning 6+ test to defuse the situation or an agility 4+ test to escape, leaving the saloon. Ah, right. Well, we're probably... His cunning isn't brilliant. It's only 3. And his agility is much better at 5. So he's going to do an agility test and try and do a runner. Because let's be honest, Cade was probably cheating. And he manages to escape. So that was a very short saloon visit for Cade. He wasn't able to actually get any money playing brimstone craps or anything because they caught him cheating. So, having left the saloon, he also decides to leave town. I think that's very sensible, Cade. Next is Running Bear at the doc's office. And he gets to roll. Ooh, a 6, that's a good start. 11. He's rolling well, isn't he? Since he got on these green dice. Special mission. The doc gives you a free specimen jar and asks you to recover a sample from another world. Right, so we'll get another sample jar. Specimen jar, sorry. So that's okay. And the only thing he wants to do there, I think, because we've got full side bags and everything, I think the only thing he's going to do is get the anti-venom injection. So that's $10. So they've both got anti-venom injections. Brilliant stuff. But he also gets a specimen jar. He's not going to bother going back to the hotel. They are leaving town due to Cade being caught cheating at poker. Righty-ho. So that is the end of the town visit. Bit of cheating at poker going on, but generally we got a bit done. We turned in the specimen jar. We ended up coming out with 2 specimen jars in the end, and it was a very good town visit for Running Bear, if not Cade, because Running Bear got a rune from the blacksmith that he's put onto his Black Fang hatchet, which is pretty cool and will help in any melee that he gets himself into. We still got 4 Darkstone because I got it wrong. I thought I could get a Darkstone Grit onto the Executioner pistol, and I can't. I haven't got enough Darkstone. Righto, so that is it, and that is the end of Broken Seals. I hope you enjoyed it. And as usual, now I've done 2 Shadows of Brimstone playthroughs, 2 scenarios, we'll call it a day and we'll move on to something else. I think we'll play a quicker game next. I think we'll play Elder Sign with the Unseen Forces expansion. Big shout out to Barry Reynolds, a Gateway Gamer. He actually sent me Elder Sign. He tried it out with his wife, Jen. Jen didn't like it. So thanks to Jen for not liking it. Because Barry says, oh, you may as well have it. So that was very kind of him. Thank you very much, Barry. And in your honour, we'll have a Barry Reynolds playthrough of Elder Sign. But I've ended up getting Unseen Forces anyway. Because there was a mechanic in the original Elder Sign which isn't very popular. So we'll get Unseen Forces. We'll bundle that in with it, and we won't be buying any Elder Signs from the souvenir shop. Apparently that caused a bit of consternation in the original. But yeah, Elder Sign with Unseen Forces. Reason we're doing Elder Sign is, one, I want to play more new games that I haven't played. And like I say, I've just got that kindly sent to me by Barry. And secondly, it'll get us in the mood, because after Elder Sign, yeah, I did promise about once every 3 months or so we'll do an Arkham Horror playthrough. And if you remember, that's right, there's a shadow over Innsmouth. There's some dirty goings on in the little fishing village of Innsmouth, and it needs investigating. So let's dust off 4 of our investigators and let's see what's happening up in Innsmouth. So after Elder Sign, we'll all be in the mood for a bit of Arkham Horror, I think. So we'll pop up there. So like I say, Elder Sign first, then maybe a week off, as it is Easter time and whatnot. I might have a week off, and then come back reinvigorated, and let's get up to Innsmouth and sort stuff out. But as far as Shadows of Brimstone goes, I hope you enjoy Fire and Ash and Broken Seals. As ever, Cade Gaunt and Running Bear will be back. But we're going to play a few more games first, and then we'll get round to them a bit later in the year and carry on with their adventures. Righty-ho. So this is the end of episode 4, the end of my Shadows of Brimstone playthroughs for the present. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all the views, thanks for all the subscriptions, all the comments, all the support, all the pointing out where I've gone wrong. It is very much appreciated. I know I say it every episode, but it is. Thank you very much. Those of you that have popped along to Board Game Links, upvoted the site as well, thank you. And I hope you join me next time for Elder Sign with Unseen Forces. It'll be a bit of a blind playthrough, so let's have a laugh with that. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.